guys, I hope you can hear me okay. We are having a significantly warm Christmas Eve, and it's probably 46 degrees, and I'm gonna take you on my bike ride with me. The trail where I live is clear of snow, so it's been since Thanksgiving since I've had my bike out. And I'll try to be quiet when I ride past water so you guys can get the sound of the water. Like right now, I'm getting ready to go over the bridge that you guys often see in my intro videos. In fact, let me stop and show you. That's one side of the trail. And then basically, this is where I always cross. That's the other side of the trail. I'm gonna be riding up there. So it is so nice out that there's a lot of people out and about at this preserve, walking their dogs. I'm going up a hill now, so putting some muscle into it, or mustard, as my family, my husband and my boys joke. They say mustard instead of muscle. Put some mustard into it. Aw, and I love this part of my ride. Check it out. I gotta keep taking the phone out of my attachment for my bike and stopping to show you stuff. Check this out. There's the ducks. Loving this weather. And here's the case that I carry my phone in. So I can't put my phone in the case and take it out of the case while I'm riding. I have to stop my bike when I do that. So I'll turn the camera on for a minute and just let you enjoy a little bit of the ride with me. And then I'll come back in a minute. There's very unexpected bursts of sunshine that are coming out, and that is very appreciated. I'll tell you what, it has been a while since we've had this kind of weather on a Christmas before. And tomorrow, today's Christmas Eve, like I told you, but tomorrow is Christmas Day, and they're calling for more sunshine, and I think they said the temperature was going to be like 50 or 55, so I'm totally okay with that forecast. I am not, as I've mentioned before in other videos, a winter girl. If I owned a snowmobile, I probably would be more bummed about there not being snow, but I'm not a skier. I don't mind hiking in the snow, but I'm not a cross-country skier, I'm not a downhill skier, I'm not a snowshoer. But here's a favorite part of my ride. That's when I get back in the woods, off the road. Check it out. If I can get the camera off my bike without falling over. See, this is my favorite part of the ride. I often see deer here, but I'm not going to see any deer if I keep yapping. So I love this part of the ride though, because it's so quiet. So quiet. I'm on my e-bike, in case you guys were wondering too. I don't have my road bike with me. It's in storage because I have to get the wheel fixed. A couple of the spokes rusted or something while it was in storage over winter last year. So as I mentioned in another video, I haven't had my road bike out in a long time. And you know what? You want to hear something funny? I was feeling pretty bad about not going to the gym on Friday or Saturday. But Friday, after I worked all day, that night, I took my boys Christmas shopping. My husband and I switched. I took one son to go Christmas shopping for my husband and then his brother. And then my husband took the other son, and then we switched. And they bought for each other. So we spent 4 hours shopping Friday night for Christmas. So that was pretty fun. And that was my day off, so to speak. But then yesterday was a Christmas party with my family, so I took the day off for that, and I still wound up taking a nice long walk. After we ate dinner, someone said, "Who wants to go on a walk?" And I was like, "Oh, me." And then today I'm getting to go on a bike ride, and probably tomorrow on Christmas Day I'll get to go on a bike ride, so I don't really feel like I'm taking any time off the gym. I'm still getting a little bit of fitness. I just haven't done the weights or anything like that or any intense cardio, so I'm feeling okay about taking a couple days off from the gym because it's not like I'm really taking time off of fitness. I'm still doing something and staying active. So, how pretty. Here's the pond. I gotta stop and go back and give you a shot, give you a view. This is really pretty. I've vlogged at this pond quite a few times. And there's otters and stuff that enjoy this pond and lots of birds. Isn't that pretty? I like this spot. Beautiful sunshine on a nice, warm, calm winter's Christmas Eve. Sure turn downhill. The whole goal of my channel was to try to bring people together, and that's my goal really in real life too. There's so much division and there's so much fighting and there's so much stress and hurt and anger and meanness, just injustice and pettiness and competition and jealousy, and I don't want my channel to be like that. I want my channel to be empowering and encouraging and supportive. Hi there. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Look at that blue sky. My gosh. We just passed a dad and a child walking their dog, and they look like they're having a fun Christmas Eve, enjoying their walk, which is great. I like to see that. I know sometimes the holidays can be hard for some people, and I have such compassion for those that are struggling with difficult times, struggling in a relationship, struggling to get through the holidays with their toxic family members, struggling with health issues and disease, struggling with finances. The sun is coming out a little bit more. I'm going to get out of the preserve and I'm going to get on the trail now. That'll afford us a little bit more privacy on our ride. Something that I've noticed, though, that kind of bothers me, and I hope that you'll be mindful of this yourself as you go through Christmas, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, the holidays in general. And maybe this message is a little late. I hope not. I hope it brings you peace in the next 24 hours and in the new year as you been kind of saddened by the number of people I've encountered who have actually found themselves depressed and stressed and full of anxiety about the holidays for all the wrong reasons. And hold please before you judge what I'm saying or hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be, sad. I'm not trying to spread toxic positivity and say, just cheer up, you should be happy. There are people out there who legit are suffering and struggling, and it is hard for them to find the joy, and I understand that completely. And I have the utmost compassion for people that are experiencing those kinds of feelings this time of year. But what I've witnessed far too often that kind of bothers me and makes me question the real root of the problem for some people, not all, some, is, are people upset and stressed and frustrated for the right reasons? Now, we could sit here and argue till the cows come home about what our personal opinions are and what's a legitimate cause for depression or stress or anxiety during the holidays, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I've noticed people, and what I mean by the wrong reasons is I've noticed people saying they get depressed and stressed during the holidays because of the buying. They have to buy for this person or they have to buy for that person, and they don't know what to buy, and it brings them anxiety. And I've even watched a couple other content creators, and I've wondered, wait a minute, you make a ton of money on your social media platforms and you're stressed because you have to buy gifts for people. That kind of to me doesn't sound like you're wanting to do it out of the kindness of your heart, that it's not genuine and pure in design. And it sounds kind of resentful or obligatory or nice day for a ride. I'm seeing several people out on their bikes today. That is freaking awesome. And I want us to be very careful not to get stressed and anxious and frustrated with the Christmas spirit, because we're comparing ourselves, number one, to others. Number two, because we're resentful of the implied obligation that we might feel to give, and or the pressure to spend a certain amount of money, or anything like that. Those kinds of reasons for celebrating Christmas are the wrong reasons. If you're not doing it because you feel it in your heart that that's what you want to do, and you have a desire, a genuine desire, then of course you're going to be stressed. Of course you're going to be resentful. Of course you're going to feel stressed. I have found a great number of people who have expressed that this is what they're feeling. And I thought, that's such a shame. I have a profound amount of gratitude, and that's what I try to focus on, and I think it's a healthy mindset to have. But it doesn't mean that I don't have those feelings. In fact, I gave a very personalized, special gift to a coworker of mine that I'm not particularly close to. And even though I gave it to her in quiet, she announced it to the whole office, and she just loved it, and she wore it. It was a necklace that I made from my business, and I knew it would mean a lot to her. It's got a particular stone that she absolutely loves, and I knew that. I didn't have those kinds of things to give to every person in the office, and I felt for a very short period of time guilty for not giving gifts to everyone else in the office, for just giving this one gift to this one person. And after feeling this way on and off for a couple of days, I finally resigned and said, no, I'm not going to feel guilty. That's making me feel pressured. That's making me feel bad. It's ruining the Christmas spirit. Oh my gosh, guys, it is so beautiful. So quiet compared to summertime when I take my bike rides and when I've commuted back and forth to work. I might have to put my earmuffs on. My ears are starting to get cold, but the sun is also starting to come out. Isn't that cool? Can you kind of see it in my face? It's awesome. We're heading west. In the infamous words of the Pet Shop Boys, go west. Life is peaceful there. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pet Shop Boys, but I've been a big fan of them since I was about 10 years old, 11 years old, something like that. Anyway, if people start feeling pressure to buy for particular people and they feel obligation about buying or spending a certain amount or whatever, all of a sudden the magic, the whole point of giving is lost. The whole intent behind being generous is gone. And so of course naturally the resentment over Christmas and the frustration over just another Christmas season or holiday season comes back, and all of a sudden you become this bitter old adult. And yes, you become old, because if you can't have the twinkle in your eye and the warmth in your soul and the gratitude in your heart over what the Christmas season really is about, then you're no longer young at heart like a child. You're an old man. You're an old lady. You know. And now, again, don't hear what I'm not saying, please. I'm not saying that you should be happy. There are people with legit struggles that have worries and fears, and I respect that and I understand that. And I extend, honestly, in this moment, a heartfelt, virtual hug to you from me, and prayers that your circumstances or your loved one's circumstances improve drastically, and soon, and that you're able to find peace and warmth yourself and joy. I have a great deal of faith, as I've mentioned you guys before, but it does not mean I don't struggle, as you guys know by watching this channel. But I am reminded at this time of year about the level of gratitude I have over my life and things that have happened and things I've learned and how I've grown and my family. I feel extremely blessed. And I want to share that with others. I want others to know what I know, and I want to help others learn what I've learned, and encourage others to get healthy and find gratitude and find peace and find love and find forgiveness and find joy in their lives again. So that said, Merry Christmas, guys. Thanks so much from the bottom of my heart for another year at Whole Wellness with Ann, and for tuning in and for sharing with me this journey towards whole wellness, spiritual, physical, mental, and emotionally. God bless you in 2024. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.